with Annie Costwell sometimes.
Hey, James, what was the biggest difference between tonight's performance and Wednesday's that allowed Dallas to get this win?
It was an elementary game. They were able to get to the free throw line on spots that nobody touched them. Mm. So we didn't stop them from getting threes. And I think that was an issue. But anytime you defend, you should be rewarded for good defense. And it was phantom calls. People didn't touch them. And they were able to get to the free throw line. So once it goes like that, then it's just tumbleweed. But it was ridiculous. Like, it was elementary.
Yeah, to that point, that last call on Mabry, that Diamond legitimately did not touch her. How do you is there a process? Like, how do the refs get held accountable for poor calls like that?
You send in calls and then it just goes to where it is. But you're able to throw your hands and nobody touches you. I just think it's ridiculous. I think it's ridiculous. And then they do it in the first half. Then you ask the refs to look at it. And so you think that they would look at it and correct it in the second half. And so for me, I just think, and they just go for it. They just throw their hands and nobody's actually touching them. And we're looking at it at halftime ourselves to see that it's no call there. And so I don't know what's going on, but like I said, it was an elementary game.
Thanks, James.
Nova Wilkes.
Hey, Coach Wade, how you doing?
I'm all right.
To follow up what Andy said, after a game like this where it was really ridiculous, the calls you guys were getting, what do you tell your team? Do you tell them?
We have to be better. We can't put ourselves in those kind of situations. We have to be better. And that was just a little bit of the problem. I mean, we still allowed them to get open on some threes that, we weren't supposed to let them get open on. And we still messed up some coverages. But like I said, this is fatiguing because I just want to prepare our team to play basketball. I don't want to have to worry about the other things that we shouldn't be worrying about. So.
Yeah, and with a week of rest coming up to play with a week rest coming up before your final game before the Olympic break with Washington, what are some of the things that you're looking to improve on before going into that game?
We have to execute the game plan. We didn't execute it tonight. So whatever the game plan is, I expect for us to do it. And so it's really simple, basketball. So the coaches prepare a game plan and you prepare for the team to beat you the way they're uncomfortable beating you, okay? We allowed them to be comfortable, and that's the issue. And so when you don't execute the game plan, this is what happens. We just needed them to execute the game plan. And they shouldn't have scored. When we score 91 points on a team on the road, we should win those games. And so this was a lost opportunity.
Allison Moran.
Hi, James. Sorry for the loss tonight. Let me turn to a more positive subject. How did you celebrate your Coach of the Month over the last day or so?
I watched video.
Sounds like a lot of fun. Would you say that tonight, though, was another example of unfairness by the refs by calling those fouls for them and allowing them all those free throws?
I don't know. Whatever you think. I have no idea if we should have won the game. Even when the refs call whatever they're going to call, we still had an opportunity to win the game. So I don't know if it's unfairness or if it's just whatever, or maybe they didn't see it. I don't know. I don't care.
Get them next time. Thanks, James.
Thanks.
Nova Wilkes.
Yeah, I have another question. How's Candace? Her knee?
She's fine.
Thank you.
Annie, did you have another question?
Yeah, just one more quick one. With 90 seconds left, like you said, there was still an opportunity to win the game. So are there any positives that you're taking away from your team's performance tonight?
I don't understand. Like offensively, we played well enough to win the game. Defensively, we didn't.
Right. So I guess I'm just asking what specifically offensively were you pleased with from your team?
We scored 91 points and shot 56 from the field. So I thought we were fine.
All right. Thanks.
Thank you. We'll have a Stu up next. We'll only have time for one player tonight on this holiday weekend, so we'll start with Allison Moran.
Bless you, Kelly. Stu, tough loss tonight. And can you talk a little bit about some of the issues that you were having defensively?
I mean, I think we supposed to execute very well the game plan they give it to us, but I think we need to stay together and move forward. So and just just learn from our mistake, and because we have another opportunity and we have a lot of games so coming.
So what are you going to be doing in the next week? You've got a little time to rest finally. And so how will you guys be preparing for Washington next Saturday night?
I mean, we have time to work a lot because like mostly me, I wasn't there with the team. So we're gonna take this time to be together, practicing a lot, like fixing a little thing we need to do and focus it on the next game against DC.
Thanks, Stu. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Annie Kosovo.
Hey, Stu. First, just wanted to hear how it feels to be back with the team after Eurobasket.
I mean, great. I'm every time like happy to be back with the team. I feel comfortable with them on the court, off the court. So good.
And then as far as tonight goes, you had some big buckets late in the game that really shifted the momentum and you know, it looked like you guys were gonna pull this win out. How much of a momentum shift happened after some of those late foul calls that happened?
Well, it's like a basketball because we can be there like complain about the referee, the goal they made. We just need to play our basketball and focus on what we happy to do better, and that's it. To be honest.
Got you. And then lastly, this is the first time this season that you all are together, you know, as a team, and you have a week to prepare for the Mystics. You talked a little bit about practice this week. How big is it going to be to have everybody together to complete a few back-to-back practices?
I think it's going to be a great opportunity to stay all together, having like people or like since at the beginning. So I think it's going to be a good opportunity to stay together, practicing a lot, like knowing each other better. It's like a good opportunity. So we're going to practice and move forward to be ready on DC game at home.
Awesome. Thank you.
Nove Wilkes.
Hey, Stu.
Okay.
What are some of the things that you want to get better at defensively?
Say it again. I didn't hear you.
Oh, I'm sorry. What are some of the things that you want to do to get better defensively?
I mean, like communication, because sometimes I feel like we miss communication and like to be at the pair on the attack and help. Yeah, because we late or we miss the communication for the right timing on the defense. But I think if we did a good defense, we don't gonna have like a lot of trouble.
And this was your first time facing Dallas since everything that happened last year. Was there a little bit of nerves or anything, or you
Now,
just
to
took
be
it as a
honest,
friendly game?
not because it was in the bubble, so I didn't feel like I was playing here.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
All right, thank you, Stu, and thank you all for joining us. I hope you have a fantastic 4th of July weekend, and we will see you when we return. Thank you.
Happy 4th.
Happy 4th. Appreciate you all.